The Black Phone 2 is doing great right now. It has already made almost double its budget in like 2 days. It is going crazy. It has having a great opening weekend. Its opening budget was like 30 million, or I mean, its budget was like 30 million, and it's on track to make like 60 million its first weekend. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of movies are doing bad, but horror is doing really well. People love horror, and of course, it's going to do good in October. But these movies don't spend too much on the budget, and they're fun, and they're wild, and they freak you out. And some of them are actually having decent stories, which we'll get to with this movie. But a lot of horror movies I've realized recently, like the stories aren't as bad as they used to be. Like they're getting better writers, and they're focused on these cool elements. Like it's really good. It's good to see horror movies thriving. So today we have The Black Phone 2. The Black Phone 1 I really liked. I watched it in theaters, and I like how it's kind of campy and nice and sweet. And it's like not the biggest horror movie. There's a few scares, and Scott Derrickson is really good at that. He's good at having this decent story that kind of messes with your heart while having this cool aesthetic. Like his aesthetics are so nice and so good. His directing isn't always the best for me. Something like a Sinister, which people love, is not my favorite movie. Something like a Doctor Strange 1, and it's not something I absolutely love. Just some of these movies I don't care for too much from him, but he is good at horror because something like an aesthetic and a simple story goes a long way, because a lot of it is just this feeling around your heart the whole time of like, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? It's a genre that can't be replicated like any other. It's like horror, and then it's thriller, and then it's just nothing else besides it. Like something like comedy, you have to have these laughs. You don't have this feeling around your heart the whole time. But something like a horror, you have this feeling of what's going to happen next, like what's going on here. And something like a Black Phone 2 gives you that while also having a story. I like the story here. I like how it continues the stuff from the movie 1. It goes from them in movie 1 being these young kids to now they're 15 and everything. And now I thought this was going to be bad for a variety of reasons. I thought it was going to be really good on the scare side because of the trailers, but I thought the story was going to fall and lack because like they killed him in movie 1. And somehow Scott Derrickson, he was working on this movie, man, because they found a really good solution and a really good resolution to really like make this work. This story is good. I like how it's his ghost and where he started, and I like that they gave this character aura. Like this character is like sick. I like that they gave him an actual backstory, and it's kind of funny. He was just this like loser guy. Like they called him Wild Bill, and yeah, dude, Incel loses his mind, just starts killing people, dude. And so yeah, I like that. I like the dream sequences with Gwen. I like how it's more of her movie than Finn's, because we got Finn in the first movie and we didn't get enough of her, and now it flips, and it's really nice. And I like that this isn't going to be some big, overlasting 10 movie series like a Saw. I like that it's these 2 movies, and you can tell that by the end. And it's nice. And even though they're trying to put him on soda cans and give him rides and stuff like Universal or wherever his rides are, the Grabber and everything, it's nice that it's just going to be 2 movies that are actually good. It's not something like a Chucky that keeps going. Like, I like that. I'm all over the place now. I just have a lot of feelings about this movie. Overall, let's talk about the story. It's good. It's okay. It's a great continuation from the first one. Like I said, the first one doesn't have this deep, over crazy story, but it's really good for a horror movie, and it continues the same way here. And honestly, the story is told better in the first one, but I like it better here. I like that he's this ghost and that you can't really get to him unless it's in these dream sequences. I like that it's focused on Gwen. I love all that. I love the character connections. I love the kind of intertwining new people. I love the step-ups and the growth of someone like the dad. I love that. And then the horror, the actual just straight-up horror. Some scenes were really good. Like when Gwen's, like he's trying to put her into the oven, or when he's attacking people on ice, but there's just not enough of it. It is shown off really well. That is some of my issue with Scott Derrickson films. A lot of them have these great aesthetics that they rely on heavily, which I do love. It is fine to do that. But then there's parts where it's like, couldn't we have done a little bit more? I feel the same way about Sinister. We couldn't have done a little bit more. Like, you rely too much on this feeling that I'm feeling of like, oh, when am I going to get freaked out? Or like, oh, I'm kind of freaked out. Is that a ghost? I don't know. I'm not going to worry about why my camera just moved. We're not going to go there. But yeah, you have these feelings of like what's going to happen? What's going to do this? And then you have like 3 big horror scares. Like, that's the thing. I love the Grabber. He is a great character, but he does not do enough here. He doesn't even kill anyone. Does he kill someone? He kills those kids. Like, does he kill anyone else? I don't think so. And it's like, come on. You have like genuinely, he has aura. Like, I don't mean to at 6'7". Like, I don't mean to be like that. But dude, he has aura. And he's not doing anything with it besides getting a few little flashy slashes. Like, he couldn't kill one person. We couldn't have one brutal death, like, come on. So yeah, scares could have been up a notch, but I get it. It is rated R, but they do want kids to see this. Like, this is why he's on soda cans. This is why he's next to, Five Nights at Freddy's ads, because they want kids to actually watch this. They want it to be more family friendly. You couldn't go too far out, but even though that's what the trailers were showing, the trailers hyped this up. The trailers are a big issue because they showed every scary moment, and there just wasn't enough in the movie for me. But story is good. The horror aspects are good. Just needed to step up. And overall, it's a fun horror movie. A 3 out of 5, a 7 out of 10 or whatever. Very nice, very fun. The cast kills it. Ethan Hawke, great as always. Mason Thames, Miguel Mora, Madeline McGraw, great, especially for younger actors. I mean, they're like, yeah, like 18 to like 21, that age range. They're really good for that. And they do a great job. The scenes are really good. In a $30 million budget, they absolutely kill it here. I thought they would have a way higher one than that. But it's fun, it's good, and I like seeing actual, just like, care for a horror movie. I like seeing care for a horror franchise. I like seeing this. This is why I care about things like the next Five Nights at Freddy's movie, because you hear things like the first one isn't that great, but you hear, oh, we're going to step up this. Oh, we didn't know it was going to do this well, so we're going to do this. Like, I like seeing care for these movies because they could just be cheap, easy scares. But no, something like this has a real story. It has a director that cares, and it is a good movie. Did I think it'd be better? Yes, but it was an overall fun time. And so, yeah, 7 out of 10, not bad. Now, let me talk about the start of this movie. So, in the theater, for some reason, half the chairs were just blocked off. And I was like, whoa, this is going to be packed opening night. And this, like, never happens. Packed opening day was, like, 2 p.m. No, so this was Saturday. So, like, second day, and I was like, this never happens in my theater. Half the theater's cut off. You can't buy those seats. And then I go, and it's me, the person I'm with, 2 others way on, like, the other side, and then 2 people way in the front. And I'm like, okay. And the movie starts, I'm like, I guess this is it. Like, I guess I said seats blocked off for no reason. Like, whatever. Those 2 people, 5 minutes into the movie, start talking and giggling so loud. And I think it's a group of like 4 or 5 people. Like, that's how much talking is going on. No, it's 2 people. It is a couple, I would guess in their 40s. And they just continue to talk and talk. And they're like, this movie sucks. And then they stop for like a good 2 minutes. And you're like, oh, okay, thank God they're done. They would just talk louder and louder. And like, a lot of this movie is based in snow. And he kept going, I used to live in the snow. I used to drive a snowmobile. Just kept talking and talking. And she was like, babe, this movie sucks. Like, it was back and forth. And they weren't like 20. My guess is that they were drunk. And I was about to go do something. I don't know what I was going to do. I didn't really want to confront someone who was drunk and start a bigger thing. Especially with the person I was with. That's just not something they had to deal with. Or the other people. Like, it's just not, it was not necessary. But I was going to, I don't know what I was going to do. Maybe get someone. Well, I guess we'll never know. But I don't know. I've dealt with a lot of awkward theater interactions. Sometimes you deal with it yourself. Sometimes you have to get someone. It's whatever. I go to the movie theater enough. People are just so rude for some reason. And at one point, the lady goes to the restroom and comes back. And then the girl is like, I know she hates us right now. Like the other person who's sitting in the theater with us. It's like, yes, we all hate you right now. What are you doing? And so, yeah, I just kept talking. This movie sucks. This movie's the worst movie I've ever seen. That wouldn't happen in the snow. What are you talking about? What is this? So, yeah, nothing too wild. They were just like, I think in their 40s or 50s, so like, I think drunk, at like, they were day drinking. There's no way they weren't. You don't have 2 people act like that unless they're either the 2 worst people on earth, which I'm guessing they weren't, or just drunk out of their mind. So they left like an hour into the movie. They're like, this is the worst movie I've ever seen. And yeah, they left. Black Phone 2, not the worst movie I've ever seen. Pretty good. Like I said, 3 out of 5, definitely a worthwhile watch. It's a fun date night movie. It's a fun movie in general. Yeah, that was interesting. Work on your theater etiquette, I guess. Thank you. Subscribe. Bye.